Ashley, if you're new to my channel, what's up? In today's video, I'm going to be doing a review and wear test on this new NYX Blur foundation. They also came out with a brush. It's super pretty. Now, I do have combination skin. It's kind of oily and in some parts it's dry. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about this product. Then we'll jump into the application and then the wear test. And at the end, my honest review. Now, this foundation is 1 ounce, which I believe it's kind of small, but it does retail for $14 and they have 24 shades. This is a matte foundation, which is the reason why I got it because, again, being oily, I definitely want something that's going to be more matte than dewy. Now, this claims to give you a blur filter look, so we'll see about that. But the application, well, the brush is $13. It's very tiny and a good one to just, buff it out. So let's just jump right into the application. This is my bare skin in its beautiful glory. I have obviously imperfections, I have redness, I have some acne scars, some active acne as well right now. I have some big pores, so I also have some dark sunspots over here. So as you can see, I do have a little bit to work with. I do have combination skin. It's like oily, but then in some parts it's dry, so it's kind of weird, but I am going to do this the way that I always normally do my makeup. I feel like that's the perfect way of giving it a chance by using the things that I always do. So I did already prime my face. I used the Fenty Matte Primer. And what I'm going to do is half of my face, I'm going to use the brush, and the other half, I'm going to use a sponge. So I'm going to go ahead and put some correcting concealer, and then I'll come back and do the foundation. I am not even sure if this is actually going to be the right tone for me. This is in 04 Light Neutral. The brush is so pretty. I mean, come on, you can't go wrong with pink. It is very soft, so we should see how this turns out. But, oop, I already got some on my finger. She is a little thick. She comes out very thick. You can see it's not runny. So I'm gonna go ahead and just dab this onto the brush, and then I actually need a mirror, and I'm gonna put this on my face. I'm used to bigger brushes for foundation, but this also actually reminds me of a brush that I have from Morphe. So I wasn't too, I don't think I'm gonna hate this, if you know what I mean, because I kind of was like, oh, I have a similar brush, and I feel like they probably retail for maybe around the same. I'll try to find it and show it to you. They're obviously different, but the size just reminds me of it. So at least for the forehead, with that amount, as you can see the difference between here and here, it covered my redness, but I can still see through my sunspot right there, which I'm not too mad about because I always use bronzer anyways, so it's gonna warm up that area. So I'm not crazy about that. So let's go ahead and grab a little bit more. The one thing, it's kind of messy when it comes out, or maybe it's just me, but I feel like it's a little bit messy. So again, I'm just going to staple some onto the brush, and then I'm going to apply it on the skin. I actually think I did pretty good with the color. I was worried that it wasn't going to fit well, but as you can see, it blends nicely onto my neck. So I'm buffing this in, and it looks good. It's not looking cakey, and I do feel like it's giving me coverage. It's definitely covering my redness. And if I dab it on like this, it kind of covers that monster that I have on my face right now. The cool thing about this brush is with this type of brush, and if you have big pores, let me see. Let me try to zoom in actually so you can see it. Maybe I should have been filming like this whole time. With the brush, as you can see, I have big pores right here. I will do circular motions. And then what that does, it kind of fills in your pores. And it actually still does not look as, cakey as I thought it would. Okay, come through. It's looking good. Obviously, I already rubbed off the makeup right here, but that was me. I'm gonna grab maybe a little bit more and put some in that area right there. There is more than a little bit half of my face with the makeup. As you can see, it did pretty good in covering. You can still kind of see through, but it's kind of expected. But it looks pretty good. It covered my redness for sure. You know, this is this side without and with. And I feel like it blended actually pretty good. It said if you wanted more full coverage to use the sponge, but I feel like I got pretty good coverage with this right now. But let's go ahead and do the sponge side. So now I'm using my damp beauty blender on this side. And pretty quickly it is covering up my pimples there. Now both sides are done and I feel like they look pretty much the same. And I am liking it. I don't really feel like it's looking cakey. It gave me a pretty even coverage. As you can see, it's actually looking pretty good. I am really liking the way that this is looking so far. I like that it doesn't look cakey. It doesn't feel heavy. And it was pretty easy to blend out both using the brush and using the sponge. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup and then come back and show you how everything blended in. I finished my makeup and it's looking really good. I think it did a pretty good job with the shade color. It matches my neck, but I'm also not used to looking this kind of light, you can say. I did bronze up the skin and everything. I'm gonna zoom you in right now. Here is a close-up of the skin of what it looks like. I feel like it looks really good. I'm actually pretty impressed, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, again, I do have some acne scars there. I mean, it's expected. They're not gonna, like, you know, go away, but it still looks pretty good. I feel like my face looks pretty good. I don't know how else to say it, but let me zoom you out now. It is currently 11:44 a.m., but let's go ahead and say that it's 11 a.m. I mean, not that we're going back on time, but I've been wearing this foundation since 11 a.m. You know, we're going to add the fact that I did apply the rest of my makeup during that time, but it's looking pretty good. I definitely see the matteness. I feel like it doesn't even look cakey. It's looking really good. Everything blended nicely. It wasn't choppy or anything during any other application. So, gotta say, it's looking pretty good. I got some errands to run, so I will be checking in with you guys. So before we start the whole wear test, I'm going to show you what it looks like outside in natural lighting. And then we'll start the wear test. Okay, so this is what it looks like outside. Sorry, I can't see. Like, bright lights are kind of hard for me. Anyways, this is what it looks like outside. I don't even know because my phone is acting weird, but I just feel like it looks good. It doesn't look cakey. It looks like it fits me well. So we will see throughout the day. Okay, so a little check-in moment. It is currently 2:13 p.m. so it's been about 3 hours. And it's looking good. I mean, I am getting a little bit of sheen 3 hours in. But it's like a good sheen, you know? Like you need that natural oil so you don't look crazy matte. But so far, it's looking good. I am back. This is the final check-in. And I actually haven't seen myself. I have been busy. I just finished meal prepping. But from what I can see in the viewfinder, I'm looking very oily. But it is currently 7:06 p.m. so I have worn this foundation for a total of 8 hours, which is your typical, you know, work shift. So if you weren't to have touched up, because I didn't touch up during the day, this is kind of how you would look like at the end of the day. Whew. All right, so first of all, I have like a lint for whatever reason on my nose. But let me actually zoom you in so we can talk together. Wow, we're really getting like very personal, very close. But looking at it, and obviously I am shiny. In this area right here, it's looking a bit cakey. My, whatever this is, scar is coming through. I mean, I'm oily. But the only area that is looking cakey or weird is just this section right here. Not too much on this section, but this right here, it's looking cakey. But other than that, I feel like it's looking good. Like nothing that, you know, a paper towel or so wouldn't, you know, adjust. I'm actually pretty impressed. You know what I have that I haven't used in a while because I'm actually out of Kleenex? Is this Revlon roller that's supposed to like eat up your oil. So let me roll away. Like you can see the difference already right there, just in that spot. So I did go ahead and mattify my face, and look, it's looking good. It doesn't look cakey. I'm impressed actually for a $14 foundation. I liked it since the get-go, the way that it applied. It didn't apply cakey. It did kind of make my face matte. It did give me a smooth finish. So $14. Okay, Miss Nyx, coming through. Now for the brush, I did like it. I'm not upset about it. I would like to try maybe with different foundations and see how I like it. But let me show you guys the brush that it reminded me of. This is the JH08 from Morphe. They're not even alike, but I tend to compare things that don't. But look, it just maybe a little bit. Maybe if you see them side by side, like am I crazy? Do you guys kind of see it? I know that I like, you know, I know I like this one, and this one, it applied fine. You kind of saw the application. I think if you have brushes at home that you like, you don't have to purchase it, but it is only $13, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I actually would recommend it if you're an oily girl like myself. You saw, you know, I tried to mattify my face and it didn't get cakey. I didn't feel disgusting at the end of the day. Sometimes certain foundations, like a couple hours in and you're like, ugh, ya quítamelo, because it feels so gross. This one, it did not feel like that. So, pretty impressed. Definitely recommend it. But at the same time, I'm a little bit like, $14 for 1 ounce. I mean, what is like a typical... Let me look at my foundation drawer real quick. Let's see. This is the ColourPop. Oh, this is less than an ounce. This is 0.85 ounce, but just because I guess it's in a glass bottle, I just assumed that it would be a little bit more. Let me see. Let me look at my... This is the Makeup Forever HD Skin. How many ounces does this have? 1 ounce. Oh my god, I'm tripping. It's been a while since I've been doing makeup. I cannot believe it. Okay, $14 for 1 ounce versus what? This freaking thing is like, I don't know, 30 or something. Okay, let me take it back. 1 ounce for $14, I guess, is a really good deal. Again, like I said, it is a little bit thick and it can get a little bit messy. I wish the way that it came out was a little bit different, but it's all Gucci. $14. I hope you found this review helpful. If you did, comment down below. Let me know will you be trying this foundation out, or if you have already, what are your thoughts? I'd love to interact with you. I do upload beauty, fashion, and lifestyle videos Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 12 p.m. So if you're into that content, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button to get notified when I upload new videos. You're all more than welcome to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. I post little previews of when I'm filming and all the good stuff. Actually, I don't really use Snapchat. I might be getting that. But Instagram and TikTok, yes, you can find me there. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!